Okay, so we're standing, feet together, turning toes out, followed by heels. So just looking down at your feet, make sure they're tracking straight and parallel to each other. Soft through the knees, hips facing forward, shoulders round and down and ears over the shoulders. Placing the hands on the hips, and we're just going to rock that pelvis forward and back. So flattening through the lumbar spine and arching through the lumbar spine, finding the halfway point between the two, nice neutral spine position. Placing the hands over the rib cage, drawing the shoulders down the back. Nice deep breath in through the nose, feel the rib cage expanding, and out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in through the nose, keeping the shoulders down the back, and out through the mouth again. So while we continue with this deep lateral breathing, I want you to imagine that belt around your waist, drawing the sides towards each other and pulling the belly button back towards the spine. And at the same time, feel those pelvic floor muscles like a lift coming up. 1, 2, 3. So tightness through the whole abdominal core region, but you can keep with that deep lateral breathing. Relaxing the arms down by your side, and we're going to start with some forward shoulder rolls. Just nice big rolls, releasing any tightness or tension in those shoulders. One more time, forward, and then we're going back, up to the ears, over the mountain and down the other side, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Good. One more time, and then we're relaxing those shoulders down the back. Good. So floating the arms out to the side, locking the shoulders down the back as we have the hands to the ceiling. On the out breath, push the air away as you bring the arms back down. Good. In breath, locking the shoulders down the back as we take the arms up towards the ceiling. We're going to hold it here. Palms facing away from you. We're going to drop the elbows down to shoulder height. Place the hands behind the head and interlock the fingers. Shrug those shoulders up to your ears. Draw the shoulder blades down the back and then squeeze those shoulder blades together at the back. So drawing those elbows towards each other. Good. Unlock the fingers and float the arms back down by your side. Good. One more time. On the in-breath, we're floating the elbows up to shoulder height. Place the hands behind the head. Interlock the fingers. Shrug the shoulders up to your ears. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keeping the knees soft, we're going to push the left hip forward and we're going to turn to the back of the room over the left shoulder. Pushing that left hip forward. In breath to center, back up. Good. Pushing the right hip forward. Turn to look over the right shoulder. And in breath to center. One more time to each side. Pushing the left hip forward. Turning to the left. In breath to center. Pushing the right hip forward. Turn to the right. Back to the center. Keep those shoulder blades squeezed together. We're going to drop the chin to the chest. Feel that stretch down the back of the neck. Breathing through that. Coming back up to the center again. Under the fingers, float them down and just circle those shoulders round. Good. So dropping left to left shoulder, right arm behind the back, keeping that right shoulder down. Left hand over the head and gently feeling that stretch down the side of the neck and across the top of the shoulder. Nice deep breaths. Good. And coming back to the center again, we're changing sides. So right ear to right shoulder, left arm behind the back. Take the right hand over the head. And again, just breathing through that stretch, keeping the shoulders square over the hips, not tipping the body. Good, and coming back up to the center and just relaxing the arms off. So we're grabbing our bands now. We want it quite long, so we take the bands at the end, just wrap them maybe once around the palms of the hand, and take the band up to the ceiling. I'm going to keep my knees bent. You don't have to bend them, it's just so you can see me. So lengthening through the waist, we're going to go over into the left side bend, keep the hips over the ankles, don't slide the hip out, and then we're taking the resistance on the band as we take the hand down towards the knee. Relaxing the resistance and centering back up again. Good. On the out breath, lengthening through the waist over into the right side bend, taking the resistance on the band. Good, so just helping to increase that stretch, relaxing the resistance and back up to the center. One more to each time to each side. So over to the left, taking the resistance on the band. Relax and center. Over to the right side, taking the resistance, relax, and coming back to the center again. So just shortening the band a little bit. So you want it sort of just wider than shoulder width apart. Arms up to the ceiling, shoulders down the back. We're sliding the elbows back down to shoulder height, and then we're taking the resistance on the band and squeezing those shoulder blades together. Good. If you can take your hands quite wide, then I want you to shorten that band up a little bit. Good. So on the in-breath, drop the elbows down to shoulder height. You want to feel some resistance as you're taking those hands away from each other and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Back up to the ceiling again. Good. 3 more times. On the out breath, lower the elbows. Watch the back of the head. Try not to let it tip forward. Relax and up to the ceiling. 2 more. Drop the elbows down. Squeeze those shoulder blades as you take the resistance on the band. Relax and ceiling. Last time. Drop the elbows down. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Relax. Up to the ceiling. Good. And then we're going to relax the arms, shake them off, put the band down, and we're going to grab our weights. Good. So elbows locked into your side, palms towards the ceiling. Keeping those elbows locked in, we're going to do the dumb waiter. So taking the arms to the side and again squeezing those shoulder blades together. In breath to center. Good. So we're going for 9, squeezing the shoulder blades and center. For 8, really trying to tighten up those muscles to keep our posture, keep those shoulders back. Good. For 6, and close. 5, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Good. The arms want to be level with the elbows. So don't have the arms too high. You want the arms level with the elbows. Good. For 4, and close. Good. 3, squeezing the shoulder blades together. For 2, and last one. Good, and then relaxing. So back of the hands towards your thighs, draw the shoulders down the back, full bicep curl. For 10, and lower. For 9, squeeze those elbows. For 8, and 7. For 6, and 5. 4. For 3, for 2, last one. Good, and shaking those arms off. So back of the hands facing away from you, locking those shoulders down the back. We're bringing the arms straight out in front. Make sure your core is nice and strong. Don't let it pull on your back. For 2, and lower. Remember, you can bend your elbows if it gets a bit much. For 3, we're holding it here and we're pulsing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Good. Remember, if you're holding heavier weights, maybe don't do the pulsing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Keep that core strong. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. For 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. For 8, lock those elbows down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. For 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Last one. For 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Excellent. Just rolling those shoulders, loosening them off. Taking those arms out to the side. Lock those shoulders down and lower. Good. For 2. And lower. Next time we're going to circle only if you've got lighter weights. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower back down. Good. On the out breath, lock those shoulders down the back. 4, 3, 2, 1. And back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and draw back down. Good. 2 more times. Lock the shoulders down the back. For 4, 3. Remember, you can bend those elbows. And backwards. 1, and lower. Last one. Lock the shoulders down the back. We're circling for 4, 3, 2, 1. And back for 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower. Excellent. I can see everyone's feeling that one a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget to keep that core strong. The last thing we want is the weights pulling our backs, yeah? So soft knees, core engaged. We're doing the upright row. So again, starting with the back of the hands away from you. Bring the weights up to the front of the shoulders. Lift the elbows up and push them down away from you. Good. For 9, and push away. For 8, and push away. For 7, and pushing away. Good. For 6, and down. For 5, imagine you're pushing that away from you. 4, and down. 3, keep those elbows up if you can. Make sure those shoulders don't come up to the ears. 2, and last one. And push that away. Excellent. And again, just shaking those arms off. Okay, soft knees, elbows behind the body. Now keep those elbows there. They don't move. Those elbows stay locked behind the body. Weights to the front of the shoulders. So we're going to sweep the arms back and up towards the ceiling. Now watch your necks. Keep the chin drawn to the chest. For 2, and up. Good. For 3, we're going to pulse it up to the ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and forward. Good. For 2, and we're pulsing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and forward. Keep those elbows back. Take the arms back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more sets. Take the arms back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last ones. Think of those lovely toned arms. We're going to have 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands forward. Good. We can put the weights down.
Yeah.
Give those arms a good. Oh, I'm having to open the windows. It's getting warm in here. And we're just going to give nice big sweeps with the arms backwards and forwards, and just Getting the blood flowing, relaxing them off. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to stand at the end of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Draw the belly button to spine. Keep the knees soft. Into the roll down. So deep breath in as we breathe out, chin to the chest. We're peeling the vertebra off the wall behind you. One vertebra at a time. Arms hanging, head hanging, feeling the articulation through each vertebra joint all the way down to your toes, head hanging, shoulders down the back. Deep breath in as we breathe out. We'll scoop belly button to spine, rounding back up, stacking that spine, coming up to standing and rolling those shoulders down the back. Good. One more time. Deep breath in as we breathe out, chin to the chest. And we're peeling the vertebra off the wall behind you. Take your time, feeling the articulation through each vertebra joint all the way down. We're either going to hook the fingers under the toes or place the palms flat onto the floor. Draw the shoulders down the back. Let the head hang. And we're straightening through the right knee for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Straightening through the left knee for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. We're going to straighten through both knees. Let the head hang, shoulders down the back. 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to walk the hands forward. If you need to adjust your camera now. We're walking the hands forward and coming down onto all fours. Good. Sorry, I'm just making sure we're in the right position. Good. So onto all fours, knees underneath hips, wrists underneath the shoulders, and make sure that belly button is drawn to the spine, core engaged. So we're going to drop the hips to the left, turn to look over the right shoulder at your feet, and loosening up that lower back and pelvis. In breath to center. Good. On the out breath, we're dropping the hips to the right. Turn to over the left shoulder, to your feet, and center. Good. 2 more times to each side. Drop the hips to the left. Look over that right shoulder. Each time, see if you can let those hips drop a little bit lower. Just loosening off that pelvis, loosening off that lower back. Stretch through the IT band. Last time. Good. Back to the center. Sit back on your heel. If you're using the foam roller, we're going to come down. Has everyone got foam rollers?
Yeah.
And nobody hasn't got one in this session, no.
I don't have one yet.
Oh, Gillian, you haven't got one. Okay. So, Gillian, have you got some cushions?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you grab probably a couple of cushions, we don't need them right at this moment, but have them handy. And we're going to come down to lying on the roller. So Gillian, for you, once you've got your cushions, if you just come down to lying on the mat. And as I said, just have those cushions handy. So sitting at the end, we're coming down onto the mat. Good. Make sure the tailbone and the back of the head is sitting comfortably on the roller, relaxing the arms down by your side. So if you're on the floor, knees are bent, knees and feet hip width apart. On the roller, we want the feet towards the edges of the mat, so slightly wider, relaxing the shoulders down the back. So we're going to find our neutral spine position. On the in-breath, we're going to roll that pelvis forward, arching through the lumbar spine and taking the chin up towards the ceiling. On the out-breath, we're flattening through the lumbar spine and chin sliding towards the chest. Good. One more time, rolling that pelvis forward on the in-breath, chin to the ceiling. On the out-breath, flattening through the lumbar spine, chin towards the chest. Keep the length through the back of the neck, and we're floating right and left arm up towards the ceiling, shoulders down the back. Good. So we're reaching that right arm up to touch the ceiling, and then bringing the right arm over to the left. Follow the hand with the head. We're reaching the hand down towards the floor, trying not to force it, just opening up behind that right shoulder blade. In breath, back up to the ceiling again. And then as you lower the arm back down, we're going to slide that shoulder blade down your back. Good. On the out breath, we're reaching that left arm up towards the ceiling. Bring that arm over to the right. Follow the hand with the head, reaching it down towards the floor. Check your neutral spine at the same time. Arm back up to the ceiling again. And as you lower the arm, slide that shoulder blade down your back. We're reaching with both arms up towards the ceiling. As you lower the arms, you're going to wrap the shoulder blades and squeeze the roller between the shoulder blades. Good. In breath, back up to the ceiling. On the out breath, as you lower those arms, squeeze that roller between the shoulder blades. Good. If you're on the floor, just squeeze those shoulder blades together 2 more times. In breath, up to the ceiling. On the out breath, lower the arms, squeeze that shoulder, the shoulder blades around onto the roller. Last time, in breath, up to the ceiling. As you lower the arms, squeezing the shoulder blades, the roller between the shoulder blades. Good. Relaxing those arms now. We're going to do double arm circles. As I've said before, as if it's too much, you doing both arms, just do one up, one down. So on the out breath, locking that rib cage down, we're going to float both arms up above the head. Check the rib cage doesn't pop up. Dragging the fingers on the floor, we're taking the arms out to the side, down towards your feet, and back up to the ceiling again. Good. On the out breath, take both arms over the head. Don't force them, but if you can reach the floor, great. Dragging the fingers on the floor out to the side and back up to the ceiling again. We're going in the opposite direction. So bring the hands down towards your feet onto the floor. Back of the hands on the floor, out to the side. Draw the shoulders down your back as you take them above your head and back up to the ceiling again. Good. Lower the hands down onto the floor, back of the hands on the floor. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Think about that rib cage staying down and taking the arms back up to the ceiling again. So making a fist with your hands, we're going to bend the elbows so the forearms are facing towards each other. From there, we're going to open the arms out to the side, keeping the elbows bent, and take the back of the hands down towards the floor. Again, watch that rib cage. Don't let it pop up. In breath, draw the hands together. Good. On the out breath, take those elbows out to the side, back of the hands down towards the floor. Feel the opening through that chest. Draw the arms back up together again 2 more times. On the out breath, open those elbows out, back of the hand towards the floor. Keep that rib cage locked down. In breath, draw together. Last one. See if we can get those elbows and back of the hands down onto the floor. Rib cage down and drawing back together again. Excellent. So just relaxing those arms down by your side now. So we're going to go into tabletop legs. If while we're doing this, I want you to think about your shoulders and neck, because what we tend to do, especially on the roller, to stabilize us, is we tighten through the neck and shoulders. So if I say neck and shoulders, that's what I'm saying. Relax the neck and shoulders. Try not to hold any tension through there. We're going to start with the left leg. So float the left leg up to tabletop, toe pointed, and lower back down, watching that lumbar spine. Float the right leg up to tabletop and lowering the right leg down, keeping that back imprinted into the mat. Left leg up to tabletop and lower. Good. Right leg up to tabletop and lower back down. Now we're going to do leg and arm. So left leg, right arm up to the ceiling, tabletop and lower. So strong core, that's holding you steady. Left arm, right leg and lower back down. Good. One more time to each side. Left leg, right arm and lower. Keep the legs wide. That also helps to stabilize you. And lower back down. We're going to go left leg, right arm, flex through the foot. Imagine you're pushing a block away from you as you lengthen the leg away. Right arm comes up above the head. Keep the back locked down. If the back pops up, take the leg higher. So we're going for 5 times. So for 2, lengthen away and in breath, draw back to the center. Good. For 3, lock that back down and center. Good. For 4, obviously the lower the leg, the harder you're working, but keep that lumbar spine locked into the mat. For 5 and center. Good. So we're lowering the left leg and right arm. And we're changing legs. So right leg up to tabletop, left arm up towards the ceiling. And we're going to flex through the foot, push that weight away from you as you lengthen the leg and arm away. In breath to center. Remember, locking that back down. For 2, if the back's popping up, take the leg a little bit higher. Check the neck and shoulders. Make sure you're not holding on to that roller through tension. 2 more. Lengthening away. In breath to center. Good. Last one. Lengthen that leg away. And in breath to center, back up. Leave the left arm up. We're going to take the right foot to the floor. Take the left leg up. Both arms up to the ceiling. Gillian, if you do both arms and both legs. Okay, so we're going to toe tap with the left leg. So lowering the left leg to the floor and back up. So both arms are up to the ceiling now. We're doing 5 times. Now, if you're feeling quite comfortable, you could try now as you lower the left leg to take the right arm up above the head. And center. Good. So for 3 and center. 2 more. For 2, lock that back down. Last one. Good. Bring it back up. We're taking the left foot to the floor and we're floating the right leg up to tabletop, pointing through the toe. So we're toe tapping with the right leg. If you want to involve the arm, take the arm up above the head. Good. Otherwise, both arms are up to the ceiling. For 2. Good. For 3. 2 more. For 4. Last one. For 5. Excellent. Lower back down. Much better, everyone. Well done. We can just roll a little bit side to side. Just just giving that lower back a bit of a massage. Gillian, while we're doing this, if you want to come up to sitting, and we're going to place the pillows underneath the upper back. When we've all had a nice little bit of roll around, we're going to bring the roller out. We're going to lie on the roller underneath the thoracic back, so upper back. What we want is the shoulder blade sitting on the roller. So we're going to lift the hips up. Just have a little roll on the roller until you feel the point of the shoulder blade at the bottom is sitting over that roller. Good. Then lower the hips back down. Just quickly to talk through neutral spine, because obviously your back is lifted up. Gillian, how are we doing with the cushions? Have you got?
Yeah.
Got,
yeah, I think I've got it. Mm-hmm.
Got them under. Excellent. Hands behind the head. Think of that neutral spine. So keep that lumbar spine down. Hands behind the head, and we're keeping the elbows wide. So drawing the belly button to the spine. On the in-breath, we're drawing up. So we're curling up towards our knees. On the out-breath, keeping the chin towards the chest. We're lengthening through the back of the neck. We're taking the head back in line with the spine. So don't drop the head down below the roller. Keep that rib cage down. Good. So on the in-breath, we're curling up, drawing the belly button to spine. Keep the elbows wide. And out-breath, we're lowering back, chin to chest, lengthening through the back of the neck. Rib cage down. We're going to pulse it up this time. So on the out breath, we're coming up. Draw the belly button to spine, and we're pulsing for 5, 4. Drawing those abdominals together. 2, 1, and lower back down, keeping the chin to the chest. On the out breath, we're curling up, and we're pulsing it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down, chin to chest. Last time. On the out breath, draw that belly button to spine, and we're pulsing for 10, 9, 8. Now don't pull on the head. Remember, we're just closing those abdominals. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down again. Brilliant. So we're going to roll onto the one side. So we're going to lift that left rib cage up away from the floor or roller. We're going to roll onto the right side. Keep the elbows wide and away from the floor. In breath to center, back up again. On out breath, we're going to lift that right rib cage up away from the roller or floor. Onto that left side. Keep the elbows wide and off the floor, and back to the center again. Now, if you're on the roller, that you're almost massaging a little bit through that thoracic back. It can be quite tender as you come onto your side. So nice and slow movements. Good. We're going to do one more time to each side. So we started with the right, so we're going to go over to the right. Good. Back to the center, over to the left, back to the center again. Just check the roller is still in the right position. Chin towards the chest, especially if you've got neck issues. Keep the elbows wide. We're sliding the right elbow down towards the right hip. So if you think of a side bend, opening and lengthening through the left side, in breath to center. Good. On the out breath, we're sliding the left elbow down towards the left hip. Keep those elbows wide. We're contracting the left side and opening the right side. Good. On the out breath, right elbow down towards the hip. In breath to center, and then left elbow down towards the hip. And back to the center again. Very gently, we're going to roll up off the roller. Bring the roller out, place it underneath your knees. So Gillian, what you can do here is place the cushions underneath your tailbone, so sort of underneath the sacrum. It just helps to tilt that pelvis with the work that we're going to be doing here. So, so we're going to slide the roller underneath the sacrum. Think about your neutral spine. So think of tucking that tailbone underneath you, hips to the ceiling, keep the rib cage down. And we're going to float a right and left leg up into tabletop. So keep hold of that roller. And we're going to go into the single leg stretch. Now, remember, I think I talked, some of you were here when I talked about this. The start point, if you want to work harder, have the knees a little bit further out over the hips. That's making the core work harder. If you're feeling it's pulling on your back, then the start point, bring your knees up over your chest a little bit more. We're going to point through the toe. We're lengthening the left leg away. Right knee towards you. Good. And change. Good. For 7 and 7. Think of that neutral spine. For 6 and 6. For 5. The lower the leg, the harder you're working. For 4 and 4. For 3 and 3. For 2 and 2. Last ones. And 1. Brilliant. Both legs up to tabletop. Flex through the feet. Again, if this is too much for you, go back to single leg. Imagine you're pushing the blocks away from you as you lengthen both legs away. Keep the neutral spine. In breath to draw the knees up. Good. For 7, lock that lumbar spine down and center. For 6, if the back is popping up, take the legs higher. Squeeze those knees and feet together. For 4 and in. Good. For 3, squeeze the knees and feet together. The legs should be really closed. Good. For 2, lock, draw that belly button to spine. Last one. For 1. And draw those knees back in. Good. Left leg up towards the ceiling. Lengthen the right leg away from you. We're going to draw the legs towards each other and change. Bouncing for 1, for 2. Drawing them together to change. Good. For 7. And change. For 6. And change. For 5. For 4, for 3, and change. For 2, think about that lumbar spine locked down, belly button to spine, last ones. And 1, good. Take both legs up towards the ceiling, pointing through the toes. Now, if this one feels too much for you, you can bend the knees, all right? That takes a bit of pressure out of the back and the legs. Pointing through the toes, we're taking the legs out into the V. Flex to close them back up. Good. Pointing to open. Flex to close. So for 6, pointing to open, flex to close, draw the belly button to spine, pointing to open, flex to close. Good. 3 more, point to open, flex to close. 2 more, pointing to open, flex to close. Last ones, pointing to open, flex to close those legs back up. Draw those knees over your chest and just rocking from side to side. Okay, so legs back up into tabletop position, keeping hold of your roller. We're going into the hip roll. So we're going to roll the hips over to the right, head goes to the left. Good. In breath, take that lumbar spine and go, engaging that core as you center back up. And on the out breath, we're taking both legs to the left. Now, again, keep those knees and feet squeezed together and center back up again. Good. This time, we're going to extend both legs away. So we're taking both hips over to the right. And then we're lengthening both legs away. If that feels too much for you, just do one leg, draw them in and center back up. Good. On the out breath, take both legs over to the left. Keep the feet and knees squeezing together. Lengthen both legs away. Draw them in and center. Good. 2 more times to each side. Over to the right. Lengthen both legs away. Bend and center. Over to the left side. Lengthen both legs away. Bend and center. 1 more time to each side. Over to the right. Lengthen the legs away. Draw that belly button to spine. Bend and center. Last one. Over to the left. Lengthen the legs away. Bend those knees back up to the center again. Excellent. We're going to place right ankle onto left knee. So, yeah, Gillian, you maybe want to pull that left leg up.
Mhm.
That's it. And then you're going to roll onto your left side to increase it slightly. If you're on the roller, we're going to roll onto that right side. Now, I want you to play with the position of the roller. So you should be feeling it through the piriformis muscle. And you'll know when you're on it. It's quite sharp. So play with the roller till you feel like you're in the right place. And then we're just rocking from side to side on there. Just triggering into those glutes. Good. Either drawing the knees up and down or just rocking from side to side. Center back up again. We're going to change legs. So left ankle onto the right knee. If you're on the floor, you're going to roll onto the right side. If you're on the roller, we're going to roll onto the left side. And again, just triggering that piriformis muscle. Good. Keeping that left knee nice and wide and open. Good. And we're centering those knees back up. We're going to draw that left knee up towards your chest. Lengthen the right leg away from you. Flexion through the foot. So hugging that left knee in, lengthening that right leg away. So we're hip flexor stretching. We're trying to get that right foot down towards the floor, but don't let that back pop up. Breathing through that stretch. And then we're changing legs. So right knee in, left leg away, flex through the foot, hug that knee in, heel down towards the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both knees in. If you're on the roller, we're going to slide the roller out. Place the feet onto the roller. And we're just going to stretch out through our adductors here. So we're going to, let's just slide the roller away. So Gillian, if you want to just slide your feet away from you, both feet away from you, we're sliding both legs away. So the heel is over the roller. Think about your lumbar spine staying down. So we're going to turn the soles of the feet towards each other as we draw the roller back towards us, or we just slide the feet back towards us. The knees are out to the side. We want to walk that roller or bring our heels as high as we can get them. Place the hands onto the inner thigh and just increasing that stretch through that inner thigh, through our adductors. So soles of the feet are together. Good. Shoulders relaxed down the back and keeping your neutral spine position. Breathing through that stretch. Good. And then we're centering those knees back up, taking the feet hip width apart on the roller. Again, if you tend to cramp in your shoulder bridge position, I would leave the roller, just do it with the feet on the floor. Drawing the belly button to spine on the in-breath. On the out-breath, we're curling that pelvis up off the mat, peeling the vertebra one at a time as we come up into that shoulder bridge position. Hips lifted, rib cage down. Check no tension through the neck and shoulders. On the out-breath, we're going to come back down one vertebra at a time, keeping the pelvis curled up until the end. Good. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're curling that pelvis up off the mat, peeling the vertebra one at a time as we come up into that shoulder bridge. Hips lifted, rib cage down. This time we're going to float the left leg up to tabletop. Don't let that left hip drop. Keep the glutes squeezed up. Lower the left foot to the floor. If this feels too much for you with the tabletop, just do your shoulder bridge and do the glute squeezes in the shoulder bridge position. We're lowering that right foot down. We're coming back down one vertebra at a time, keeping the pelvis curled up to the end. Good. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're curling that pelvis up off the mat, peeling the vertebra one at a time. Hips lifted, rib cage down. We're floating the right leg up to tabletop. Keep that right side lifted. Lower the right foot back down. Take the left foot up to tabletop. Lower the left foot back down. And we're coming back down one vertebra at a time, keeping that pelvis curled up until the end. We can draw those knees in over your chest and just rock from side to side. Good. So we're going to do the full roll up now. We're going to use the roller, but obviously you don't have to. We can also use the bands. So if you know that you struggle to come up, just grab your bands and place them around your feet. Okay, so legs along, knees and feet squeeze together. If you're using the roller is just underneath the Achilles, underneath the curve of that heel. Both arms up above the head, back of the hands onto the floor. Draw the belly button to spine on the in-breath. On the out-breath, arms to the ceiling. Come up from the breastbone, looking at your toes, and we're curling up. One vertebra at a time. Good. Reach the arms forward, drop the head down between the arms. Stacking that spine, shoulders down the back, come up to sitting, deep breath in. As you breathe out, draw the belly button to spine as we round down, lumbar thoracic. Take the head down, reach the arms over the top. Good. Belly button to spine on the in-breath, on the out-breath, arms to the ceiling. Come up from the breastbone, looking at your toes. Squeeze the knees and feet together as you're rounding up. Reach over your toes, drop the head down. It's a lovely stretch as well, this one. Hamstring, calves, lower back, stacking that spine back up to sitting. Good. Deep breath in, draw the belly button to spine as we're rounding down. Lumbar thoracic, take the head down, reach the arms over the top. Last one, in breath, draw the belly button to spine. On the out breath, arms to the ceiling, come up from the breastbone, looking at your toes, rounding up. Reaching over the toes, drop the head down between the arms. Good, stacking that spine. And we're going to, we can stay, we can stop, lower the arms down. I was going to roll us down one more time.
Yes.
Come up to
Can you get that?
Sorry?
Sorry, it's all right. Doorbell.
Oh, the doorbell. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to come to sitting position. Oh, I know why we were going to roll down for the wringing out the washing. Sorry. Let's roll down one more time before we do the moment. It's just such a nice stretch, this one. So we are going to roll back down. So arms out in front of you, shoulders down the back. Draw the belly button to spine. We're rolling back down. Lumbar, thoracic. Take the head down. Arms up over the head. Just have a little stretch. Reaching both arm and leg away from you. Just really stretching laterally through the body. And then we're going to take the arms out to the side, palms to the ceiling. Draw those knees in towards you. And we're taking those feet hip width apart. So knees and feet hip width apart. Lumbar spine into the mat, arms to the side. We're going to start to roll the right arm back as we roll the left arm forward. So wringing out the washing. Good. Left arm back, right arm forward. Now we're going to start to turn our head towards the hand that is rolling back. Using our breath for nice fluid movements. And now we're going to start to drop the knees in the opposite direction to the head. This is a very slow movement. We're stretching the body out. So just take it easy and slowly. Maybe just holding the stretch for a little bit. Good. Working through the breath. Out breath to lower. And center. We're going to do one more time to each side. And last one. Good. And center back up again. So should we try and do one more roll up to come up to sitting? So we're lengthening the roller away from you. Take both arms up to the ceiling. Come up from the breastbone, looking at your toes. We're rounding back up. Let's just do one more stretch as well, because it's such a lovely stretch. Reaching for those toes. Drop the head down between the arms. Excellent, good. And then we're coming to sitting. So we're coming to the mermaid. So if possible, right knee in front, left leg comes behind.
Oh, Cliff.
Or we can have crossed, or just cross the legs in front of you. Now, if having the knees bent just isn't comfortable for you, I would suggest do the thread and needle one. Because it's quite hard with the legs straight to get the rotation. So if you're doing the thread and needle, do 3 times, but make sure you hold the stretches a little bit. Okay, everyone happy? What they're going to do? Right knee bent in front, left leg behind, roller onto the right side, weight down into that left seat bone. Okay, in breath to prepare. On the out breath, we're going to roll the roller away from you. Keep the weight into that left seat bone. Bring the arm over the top. Soft elbows, shoulders down the back. Use your core muscles to come up to sitting and over the other side. Good. I'm just going to show you the next one quickly. I know we've done it, but it's a slight variation. We're going to go over rotation, and then as we lengthen the roller away, we can lengthen that leg out, the leg bent behind. We can lengthen out, or you can leave it tucked in. Okay. So on the out breath, we're going to roll that roller away, shoulder down, soft elbow, reaching over the top, rotation to the roller. As you roll the roller away, if you want to lengthen through that left leg, Bend that left knee. Draw the roller back slightly, back into your side bend, and use your core muscles to come up and over the leg bend behind. Brilliant. Last one, coming onto the right hand on the roller. Roll it away, weight into the left seat bone, soft knees, soft elbows, shoulders down the back. Rotation to the roller. As you lengthen it away, lengthen the left leg. Bend the knee, draw the roller towards you, back into your side bend, and then core muscles to come back up to sitting again. Excellent. We're going to change legs. So left leg forward, right leg back. Weight into that right seat bone. Okay, so on the out breath, slide that roller away from you. Soft elbows, shoulders down the back. Reaching the arm over the top. Using your core muscles to come back up to sitting. Over the leg bent behind. Good. Left arm over the top. Slide the roller away. Reaching the right arm over. We're going to rotate to the roller, shoulders down the back. As you roll the roller away, drop the head down. You can lengthen that right leg away from you. Drawing the roller back towards you. Back into your side bend. And use your abdominals to come back up to sitting and over the leg bend behind. Good. Last one now. So roll the roller away, soft elbows, shoulders down the back. Weight into the right seat bone, rotation. Slide the roller away, drop the head down between the arms, lengthen the leg away from you. Bend that knee, draw the roller in, back into the side bend. We're coming back up to sitting and over the leg bent behind. Brilliant. And coming back up to the center again. I would like to try, because we were aiming to do this plank one. If anyone's got to rush off, I completely understand, and maybe just do a nice down dog stretch. If you haven't got the roller, Gillian, for you, if you want to just come into a plank position.
Okay.
Either do plank and just hold the plank position, or you could do some push-ups. Okay, so taking the arms, and because we're working our arms, maybe the push-ups might be a good idea. If we're using the roller, we're going to take the roller underneath our knees, and then we're going to come on to all fours. We want the roller underneath our ankles, so the front of the ankles. Neutrals don't, just this alone is quite hard work. And we're going to roll the roller away from us and draw it back in. Okay, so we're going to do this 3 times. Now watch that neutral spine position. Don't dip through that back, stay lifted. Good. Last one. Roll away, roll it back in, drop the knees down. We're going to kick the roller away from us. Tuck those toes underneath you. We're going to push up into a down dog position. Feet hip width apart. Head through to the knees. Shoulders down the back. Breathing through that stretch. We're going to come up onto the toes. Heels back down to the floor. Soften through the knees. Walk the hands back towards your feet. And on the out breath, we're going to round back up, stacking that spine, coming up to standing. And excellent work, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki.